Hi, I'm Mallory Mclemore, and I'm a student at the Harvard Business School and a member of the Fall 2021 cohort of the Founder's Journey. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the entrepreneur as an explorer and how to move forward from learned fear. Our agenda today is to talk about learned fear, and I'll tell you some of the stories from my own life, and then how fear and passion help us build a framework for moving forward and how exploration can build that. Fear is acquired in two ways. First, as a social means through stories and warnings. You may be afraid of something like sharks or snakes, but you really have no first-hand experience to back this up, but you still feel this. And second, our direct experiences of failure, or what I'm calling learned fear for the sake of this presentation. These are failures that you've experienced directly. You're going to feel this in your amygdala, and your body's going to kind of carry this as you move forward in your journey. First, at age 15, my father became an entrepreneur. We lived in Birmingham, Alabama, and he was a fireman. He started a business flipping houses in about 2006. And in 2008, as we know, the financial crisis hit, and lending and buying and selling of houses really came to a crash. And so I experienced firsthand, my family being levered against the debt on these houses, and how we had to struggle for months and years to really overcome what we experienced here and what really couldn't have been predicted or prevented. At age 22, after I graduated from university, I took a very entrepreneurial job with the Peace Corps. For this job, I traveled across the world to Samoa to teach English for 2 years. I loved their saying, "Life is calling, how far will you go?" Everyone in my life told me, do not take this job, it was too dangerous, and that I wouldn't make it. And it turns out after about 5 months that everyone was right, and I did end up coming home due to a dangerous situation that I got in at this job. And I still feel that failure, that emotion that I had coming home, and no matter the circumstances, realizing that this amazing job that I had really cared a lot about didn't work out. So when you're carrying this with you, how do you move forward? I want to propose that we can overcome our learned fear through an exploration framework. Explorers have long overcome huge boundaries by thinking about innovation at the frontier of human knowledge and exploration of the unknown. Space entrepreneurs, people like Lewis and Clark, these are kind of the people that come to mind. And I think this exploration framework can really drive entrepreneurial passion and grit, and this can help us overcome learned fear. Elon Musk says, if something is important enough, you should try, even if the probable outcome is failure. Economic scholars have research to back this up. They've proposed that achievement, control, power, and even independence are not predictors of entrepreneurial success, but passion and powerful motivation is. This just really illustrates how important it is to have a real framework and passion for what you're going to pursue. Steve Jobs was also convinced of this. Success in entrepreneurs comes from pure perseverance. It is so hard. Unless you have a lot of passion, you're not going to survive. The call to action for you all is ultimately, I don't believe that a pursuit with achievement of power only is enough, especially after experiencing failure and holding on to learned fear. But I believe that an entrepreneurial person can define their personal frontier, mine is aerospace, and that passion will follow. Without a real passion, moving forward as an entrepreneur is probably too hard. And so I want to challenge you to find your frontier, find your passion, and keep moving forward. Thank you.